Once upon a time, the biggest names in rock were seen around the world in black t-shirts emblazoned with the name of a Chicago institution. A radio station. The Loop, home to gods of radio, and gods of rock. While most stations played made bands, the Loop made the bands that they played. It hacked its way through a jungle of mediocrity to a land as dangerous as it was exciting. The rest of the world first experienced this power in 1979 at the infamous Disco Demolition. 90,000 Loop listeners showed up at a stadium built for 50, and Americans asked, what kind of radio station could influence untold thousands in such a way? And the answer? This kind. It was born in the year of Star Wars, and in Chicago, it was the Force that was with you. And the Force was with you. The mighty Loop was as tall as Jordan, as strong as the fridge. In a world full of wannabes, the Loop screamed. In a landscape crowded with emptiness and pockmarked with sameness, the Loop kicked ass and took names and addresses and phone numbers. Then later, after the Stones interview, the Loop ran home for a quick shower, then called one of those phone numbers to set up a private interview. Yes, that was a metaphor for the Loop getting laid.
Hello?
Loop got laid a lot. The Loop screamed with dangerous hosts, dangerous comedy, and dangerous music. As it grew, it made money. And more money. And little by little, an institution became an investment. A melting pot of genius became a few pages in an annual report. What the number crunchers couldn't grasp is that with some things, putting profits before all else ultimately leads to lower profits. They couldn't see that what made the Loop huge in the first place wasn't cost-cutting or homogenizing. It wasn't consultants or research. It was talent, brilliance. It was magic. And one more thing. We've got the best boys of them all! When they turned magic into science, they created a monster. Not the cool kind like Godzilla. This was the slimy face sucker from Alien. The Loop's heart had been ripped out. And just like John Hurt, it was left twitching as the demon spawn screeched into the shadows. But a wise man once said, rock is dead, they say. The rule book for radio has gotten as thick as Gordon Gekko's brick phone, but to be on the Loop, there should be just one rule. You have to fucking rock. Don't censor me. Go back. You have to fucking rock. And there's only one owner that can burn the corporate rule book. You. The people of Chicago. A lot of radio stations say they're your station, but the Loop actually can be. If the cheeseheads in Wisconsin can pool together to buy their beloved team, imagine what Chicago can do. Right now, the Loop is owned by a corporation in Indianapolis. But it could be owned by Chicago. Not just a company in Chicago, the people of Chicago. The out-of-towners who currently own the Loop say they'll entertain offers. Well, okay then. Maybe we can prove something that many in this land seem to have forgotten. Bottom line, some things are more important than the bottom line. We can own the Loop. Impossible? Not in the city that reversed an entire river. This is not some cow town. This is not flyover country. This is Chicago. This is your moment, our moment, in a world seemingly bought and sold and bought again, only to be broken up by Wall Street. You can tell the unelected powers that be that our airwaves are just that, ours. The Loop was once synonymous with Chicago. We intend to make it that way again. We're putting the band back together, and we need as many backup singers as possible. You are about to be a part of the greatest movement in radio history, along with some of the biggest names from the Loop's history. Their stories, memories, and ideas for the Loop will be shared here. Join the Loop Nation and help save the Loop. Otherwise, don't come crying to us when you hear...